We've got a launch, sort of. So I've been talking on this channel about taking my bundle, making it agnostic utilities, so it's platform agnostic instead of all tied to me having to do different platforms, build it for different platforms. And since I've been using a ton of open source tools and also in a lot of ways kind of procrastinating this work, decided just to make the repository open. So right now I just have like a really detailed README, kind of just explaining some of the philosophy and thoughts behind it. And I'll just port over what I had done in some like a private repository. Private repository is kind of a mono repo with a bunch of other crap. So I definitely didn't want to open source that, but kind of port that over here and have it open. To one, because when you do things in the open, it forces shame, and shame is a motivator. No, it forces, I think it just adds to the potential for me to get feedback, for me to be consistent. But with all that said, what is, and I'm recalling it, Pailkit, tools for builders. So the evolution of my Lunch Pail add-ons. Taking Lunch Pail add-ons, expanding them, breaking them free from the platforms, and making them usable anywhere. One thing too, especially as I've been using different tooling and experimenting, is I'll also make this I'll expose it as an MCP, so it's just easy to use with other AI agents as well as like manually as humans. Then I have this whole tidbit on like philosophy, which, especially with the commoditization of software, I think it's just important to talk about what you stand for. So philosophy, building for builders, things that I value with this kit, and also just personally as a product builder, is teaching what we know, honesty about what works and what doesn't, transparency, so making this open source. And then in terms of the monetization strategy, I mean, there's a lot of commercial open source software that seems to be working fine. LangChain, PostHog, N8N. So I still have yet to figure out what the split is. Like, anybody can fork this and do it and host it themselves. Obviously, if you want to speak to the APIs that I'm going to host here, you're going to have to, there's probably going to be there has to be like that subscription fee. So instead of the bundles where it's like so platform specific, we can then allow something that's a little bit more flexible, can grow with you, can grow with the platforms you're on. Yeah, would love to get any feedback. What do you think about Pailkit? What do you think about the philosophy? What do you think about open source? Let's talk about it.